national concert pianist Vache Mankarian.
Yes, I'm looking forward to perform with Vache, who just performed in the concert at the Hollywood Bowl for the past Sunday.
Okay. Have you decided what composition you two are going to be doing a duet?
We're going to be perform one of the duets as a Debussy Petite Suite. It will add more flavors for the concert.
Mr. Gossett, Ms. Huang is the artistic director of her own foundation, Acevedo Music Arts Education Foundation, and they also have done many benefit concerts in the past. I want her to expand for the benefit of you and the audiences about some of the benefit concerts that you have done in the past, if you would please.
Yes, as an artistic director of the Acevedo Music and Arts Education Foundation, we have done several benefit concerts, such as Taiwan Earthquake Concert and Salvation 9/11, and also we had the Rocking Red Cross for the youth leadership's fundraising, and the Tsunami Concert, as well as Music Teacher National Association Katrina Relief Fundraising Concert in the project Teacher Help Teachers, Student Help Students.
You also had some very famous performers who appeared with you, and they raised quite an amount of money for the benefit of the victims. Can you name some of them, please?
Some famous performers were international famous Italian violinist Roberto Cani, who also won the grand prize for Paganini violin competition, and international acclaimed conductor Dr. Yahya Ling, who is the conductor and the music director of San Diego Symphony Orchestra, and along with the international sensational concert pianist Jesse Chen, who happened to be with my former students.
Well, you're very modest. Jessie Chang was Miss Huang's original student, and she went to become international concert winner, receiving many awards, and she also performed with the San Diego Symphony. And you yourself also performed throughout the world. You performed with Conti, you also performed with William Warfield.
Yes.
William Warfield.
Yeah, that was one of my highlights throughout the chamber music, and be able to share with all the famous artists.
That was a great voice, huh?
Yes, and he's a great singer and great human being, and also great actor.
Yes, he is.
We actually didn't rehearse, and he would just went on the stage, and I just watch him, and it just music just comes out.
Oh boy, that's a great voice.
So we're delighted really to have you here, and also we're looking forward for the pleasure of your performance on the 29th of September.
Yes, I'm excited.
Thank you so much. Nadia and Golden, you both really enlighten audiences, and you have done for many, many years through your performances with the Masterpiece Dance Theater. Could you please expand as to when it began and what is the status of the Masterpiece Dance Theater right now?
Well, we started actually together in 1992. And this is when my wife came here from Vancouver, British Columbia, and she wanted to establish a sort of a Russian themed ballet company based on the traditions of the Kirov ballet. And she actually did a grand opening in Culver City. Actually, it's at the old Debbie Allen Studios in Culver City, and we did a grand opening with the Kirov ballet that came to our dance studio, and that's how we opened. So it was very exciting.
You also are a ballerina yourself. Can you please tell us a little bit about your background?
Well, I was very, very fortunate. I'm white Russian, part Jewish, and I had a goal when I saw Ulanova dance when I was 6 years old, and my father had taken me to the Royal Opera House to see the Bolshoi, and Ulanova was dancing, and I said to him, "Daddy, I want to dance like that." So he said, "Oh, well, then you have to go back to Russia." So I was very fortunate. I'm one of 5 people in the whole world that have ever been allowed to train first at the Bolshoi, because I had 2 cousins from my family who were in the Bolshoi Ballet. And in fact, Alla was Yuri Grigorovich's first Nutcracker Doll.
And Grigorovich is the former artistic director of the Bolshoi
Bolshoi
Ballet.
Yes,
So there's
yes,
a lot
yes.
of old history of.
Absolutely.
And then he said, Nadinka, you're perfect Kirov material. So he called up Dudinskaya, who was one of the prima ballerinas and one of Vaganova's first pupils. And cut a long story short, I went to the Kirov. And I've been very lucky to work with them now for 37 years. And it was an inspiration of, it was a sausage factory for genius. I mean, every child, 9 years old, by the time they were 10, you could see here was the future Ulanova, here was the future Nureyev, who was a great friend of mine. I was lucky. And for inspiration, I had the courage and the luck to see the greats. And I grew up in a very cultural, no money at all, but we spent money on going to the opera, going to the ballet, going to theatre. I knew about Lou, of course. He was one of my idols because of the dedication and of the seriousness of the work, because that to me is the most important thing. And now that we're lucky to teach as well, God gave me a gift, a talent, and I feel it's our obligation, and also it's an honor to have that ability to pass on the traditions that produce greatness. And with the association with my wonderful husband, it makes life heaven.
Well, you both make a wonderful couple and both are very talented, and I'm really very honored to be seated among such talented international performers. You must forgive me, I don't have that much talent in music.
Yes, well, you are right.
Thank you so
You're
much.
the
I
center-
appreciate
you're the
that.
centerpiece.
But I want the audiences really to have an opportunity to understand today that we have also for 9 years been giving this concert in the name of peace and harmony to save children from violence. And it began as a result of the Columbine High School tragedy, Lou.
Oh, yeah.
We made a commitment, we would put this concert on and make sure that people will come and listen and enjoy, at the same time go back in the community, work with the children every day.
Well-
And we have been very successful for the past 11 years, Lou, not only in schools, giving lectures and seminars, but the community has come together.
Yeah.
And performance such as Ms. Huang, and of course you and Golden and Nadia are going to be involved with several other top well-known people, are going to make this one another successful event.
Well, it's a misnomer, it's a misconception that our children sometimes believe that the most important commodity on the planet is oil, gold, the pursuit of prestige, money, and power. The most important commodity on the planet is our children.
Absolutely. They're the biggest asset
That's
we
number
have.
one. Yeah.
And they're the future of this country.
And love.
And love. And love.
Love for our children,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
Blessing from the
how they
God.
grow up is how the world goes.
Right. Lou, you have
Absolutely.
done a lot of humanitarian work, not only in conjunction with your acting. Could you please expand? I know you talk about gang activities and so
Well,
forth.
yeah, I think the gangs are, of course, they're criminals and they're doing bad, but they don't know anything else.
Right.
I look on the screens and I don't see. I know about Eurocentric history. I know all about Napoleon. I know all about Prince Arthur, King Arthur, and I know about Alexander the Great. But our children look on the screen, or they look on television. They can't identify with anything. So there's a psychological thing. Well, I don't guess we didn't do anything important. So I'm going to go out in the street and I'm going to create my own society. The most important thing in the street is the guy with the shiny car, and the girls, and the drugs. And you must join. So I put together something that is as attractive, if not more so. And it's a Shamba Center with a foundation that's called E-Racism. And I want to teach them where they really come from. Like one of the things I want to do next year is I want to bring 6 Bloods and 6 Crips to Africa for 30 days.
Wonderful.
Give them an education. Tell them how they should behave, and their disciplines. And there's so